Hey guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And welcome to my massive unhaul. Now you know you guys I love to do these haul videos because I just cannot stop buying books and getting books from libraries and blah, blah, blah. And if you watched my previous video, then you just saw the reorganization of my bookshelf, which is right over there. And that right there is a butt on the bottom of a lady. a bottom. But anyway, so I had tons and tons of books to talk about. It was interesting because I was watching some of the other videos that people had done and they're like, oh, 20 book unhaul and all these kinds of things. And you guys, I literally in the basement, I was just talking to my husband about this. He's like, why don't you just take them all out now? And I'm like, no, I'm talking about the boxes in the basement. Okay, I have boxes, like probably 5 boxes this high in the basement. Of books that need to go to Half Price Books or donated to the library, or as you people in the UK say, the charity shops. And then I have a stack of books here. I have all of these books. And so I've just got to organize it all and get them out of here. But like literally, I bet you guys I have close to 200 books that I have to get rid of. So I'm not going to discuss all those today. But I did want to show you guys some of the things that's interesting that I found. Because I think what's interesting about not having gone through your books in so long is that you kind of forget what kind of a reader you were in a period of your life. And during a large part of my life, I was like a pulp mystery fiction reader, like all the time. Like I read like probably 6 or 7 books a week, and most of them were things like this. James Patterson swimsuit, which I probably got at the grocery store with my best friend, and we probably both bought it because it was brand new out. I mean, James Patterson releases what, something like 30 books a year, and back then I had to read them all, and I was so excited, and they're all like 91 chapters. I do remember that. Oh, this is 122, but they're all about the same amount of pages and stuff, and if you guys know the story behind how James Patterson writes, like all of his mysteries are pretty similar, but I used to love his stuff. And so it's funny because I have tons of James Patterson books here. See, James Patterson. I also have, like, if I read one person, then I read like everything by them. See, like Kathy Reichs, I have all her stuff. And then I also have, okay, this is hilarious, you guys. So I have literally every Harry Bosch novel by Michael Connelly that ever existed. Let me show you. So I have these, which let me tell you what is really crazy about this. I don't even like any of the Harry Bosch novels. The only, Sylvia Browne, The Other Side and Back, this book changed my life. I need to keep that. Okay, the only book of his that I really liked was Void Moon, and it had absolutely nothing to do with Harry Bosch. So here's another one, James Patterson, School's Out Forever. And then I have a ton of David Baldacci novels. Here's another one, Michael Connelly. And then all of these books that came out that were kind of like the Da Vinci Code, The Amber Room by Steve Barry, or The Templar Legacy by Steve Barry. Never cracked them. I bet you they were $8 each. David Baldacci, Michael Connelly, John Grisham, I did read that. Whitley Strieber, Douglas Preston, and Lincoln Child. I loved theirs for a while. So you guys, and The Lincoln Lawyer by Michael Connelly, which I saw the movie, but I never read the book. So I have all of these paperbacks, and Oyster Blues, which I have no idea what that is. But anyway, I have all of these books, these paperbacks, and then Bean Blossom Dreams, I'm actually keeping that. And Winter Tales by Alice Hoffman. I love Alice Hoffman, but I don't have anybody to give this book to, and it's about mermaids. If you haven't read it, well, maybe I'll save it and do it in a giveaway, because I have something else I found. Look at this cool little thing, you guys, and I do remember that my mom gave this to me. And it's a book journal, and so you write down the title, the author, and then any notes about the book. I should probably keep this as like reading books. Maybe I will do that. But it has this awesome bookmark in it. So I'm keeping the bookmark, but I may give the book journal away to somebody in a giveaway, even though I haven't done PP's giveaway announcement yet, so you guys just be patient with me. I'm really sorry. But I haven't decided yet. Maybe I should keep this so I can write notes when I'm reading a book. Who knows? I don't know. So I'm keeping that. But all of these paperbacks need to go. Like, I don't even believe, I mean, I even have like 5 copies of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, different versions of it. So I'm like, these all need to go. So here's the box, and then they're just gonna go in here. So I don't even know, like, I've got to organize all that shit. So there you go. Those aren't even that interesting. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be really interesting is when we get to these books right here. So I am just gonna randomly start pulling these books down and talking about them because I don't even know what's up here. So let's just go. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, and this is where it ends. I was gonna keep, but I thought, you know what, just give them away. You hated them. I was gonna save them to talk about at the end of the year, but why for show and tell? I mean, that is pointless. A Million Little Pieces, which a lot of people love. I thought it was the worst addiction memoir I've ever read. It's totally fake. You know, if you know the story about it, Oprah called him out, and then he was like, well, yes, it was fictionalized. I knew that. Anybody that's gone through detox knows that this story was totally made up. He's like in detox and goes and gets his teeth done the next. I mean, it's totally unrealistic. And A Million Little Pieces sold 1 million little copies and probably made him $1 million. So maybe I ought to write a little lie. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't like that book, so I threw it away, or I'm going to give it away. And then I found out I had 2 copies of Buzzkill, which I had to have from Half Price Books. And then, let's see, Escape. I was born into a radical polygamous cult. At 18, I became the 4th wife of a 50-year-old man. I had 8 children in 15 years. When our leader began to preach the apocalypse, I knew I had to get out. Carolyn Jessup. And the only reason I bought this book was my friend Tanya and I watched her story on Dr. Oz. But I don't really need to read the book now because I've seen it on Dr. Oz. Okay, these books I'm keeping because they're workout books because I need to make the cut and do the abs diet. All right, so then you can't make this stuff up. About Teresa Caputo, the Long-Eyed Medium. I used to love her. I think she's a fraud now, so I'm getting rid of the book. I don't believe in her anymore. I really don't believe in Sylvia Browne either, but that book, I'll talk about this some other time. I had to come up with a concept of what my higher power was, and I was at the time very fearful of death, and so I needed a book that could kind of prove to me that there was something out there afterwards. And at that time in my life, that book really empowered me. Not empowered me, it enlightened me. It's probably totally fake and made up, but I don't know, it impacted me at that time. The Fifth Wave, I mean, there's no reason for me to keep it. The other 2 I listened on Audible. So I listened to this one on Audible too, so I'm gonna sell it back to whoever. I paid $15.19 for this at Half Price Books. Had to have it, apparently. All right. In the Dark Woods, I borrowed that from my friend. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, watched the movie, never saw it. The Butterfly Garden, depressing memoir. Crooked Letter. I have 2 copies of this. I must have had to have had it. I don't know. So, you guys are going to kill me for these in a second. But, Crossing Over by John Edward. I totally believe him. This book was really interesting, but it's just not something that I want to keep. Okay, so I have the entire 50 Shades of Grey trilogy here. Actually, that's not true, because I think I borrowed the first one from, Alex had borrowed it from a girl that he works with, and I think I read it, and then I bought the other 2. So they were totally... I mean, I had to read the last 2 stories because so many people were talking about them, so I wanted to know what happened, but I mean, they are total trash. Okay, and then you guys are going to kill me for this, but I am getting rid of my Twilight series. There's no reason for me to keep it. I don't have enough room on my bookshelves. I read them. Hey, good story, horrible writing. I know people love them, but they need to go. Okay, next. Third verse, same as the first. I don't even know. Just more paperbacks that are pointless. Okay, I have 2 copies. I kept all of my Dean Koontz, all of my Richard Lehman, all of my Stephen King paperbacks, and something else. Yeah, I think that was it. All my horror novel ones. I actually found quite a few of V.C. Andrews. I was so excited. Okay, but this Dean Koontz, What the Night Knows, I had 2 copies of it. Each were $7.49, both from Walmart. So apparently I had to have that one. So much that I had it twice. Okay, next. I've read these. Okay, James Patterson, Run for Your Life. And can I just tell you, somebody better run for that book, because look at how bad that book is damaged. I think my old dog Griffin, who is the most aggressive son of a bitch in the entire world, got a hold of that book. They probably won't accept that back at Half Price Books, do you think? All right, so let's see what else I have. Like these books without covers, I hate books without covers. Dean Koontz, A Big Little Life. I don't remember that book at all. James Patterson, Gone Girl. Doesn't even have a cover on it. Let's see what else. So exciting. Sidney Sheldon's After the Darkness. I used to love Sidney Sheldon. Okay, Billy Letts, Made in the USA. Billy Letts, I have read everything by her. She died a couple years ago. She's one of my all-time favorite authors. If you have not read a Billy Letts book, go get them. They're all of them very mid-America. Yeah, she was the one that, is this the one about America? No. She's the one that wrote the book, about the girl that has the baby in the Walmart. But all of her books are very similar to that. I love, love, love her stuff. World War Z, the book sucked. The movie was awesome. Stephen King, The Colorado Kid. I hated it. Yeah. Okay, and then... The Kryptonite Kid. Okay, I talked about this, I think, maybe on my channel. I bought it because it had this engraving, somebody wrote in here, Dearest Bill, I never cease to be impressed with my findings at the library book sale. Some light reading for you, maybe even a tea time accompaniment. Enjoy, Mira, March 25th, 2004. It's crap. Anyway, and then Promise Me by Richard Paul Evans, House of Smoke. House of Smoke was actually really good. You guys are probably like, who cares? Bringing Down the House, which is a true story about those MIT kids that, I can't remember what the movie was called. Alex, do you remember what that movie was called? But anyway, those MIT kids that like busted Vegas. It was awesome. And then Lisa Scodalone, Come Home. I have a feeling my friend Tanya gave this to me because this is a Tanya read. Okay. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, a novel. Okay, you guys, I could not get into this novel at all. I loved the movie, but, you guys, I own 50 Shades of Grey! I should probably keep it, but anyway, I 50 Shades won't. Okay, because it's such trash. The Almost Moon by Alice Sebold. I loved the first Alice Sebold, The Lovely Bones, but I hated everything else that she wrote. Dean Koontz, Innocence. I'm gonna keep that because I love a good hardback mystery in the winter. Oh my God, I'm almost done, you guys. Thrill by Jackie Collins. I own every Jackie Collins novel and I have a copy of this in the basement, so I don't need that. And then, I was just talking about this the other day. Guillermo del Toro's The Strain with Chuck Hogan. I loved this book, you guys, and they made it into a movie. There was a cover on it, but I couldn't get very far into the book. The book was really good, but I just was like, there was like 3 coming out, and I just was like, whatever, so, yeah. And then Nicholas Sparks, The Rescue. I don't even know why I have that. Because everybody loves The Notebook. All right, Mockingjay. I mean, I just don't even have the other 2, so why keep it? Oh, this is Alex's. I can't throw this away. Chelsea Handlers, Chelsea Bang Bang. Gotta keep that. The Good Life by Jay McInerney. Okay, so I was reading the back of it, and it was funny because I actually listened to the audiobook. So, and I didn't even like it, so I'm not keeping it. All right, and then these 3, you guys. John Barrett, The City of Falling Angels. The Double Bind by Chris. I remember reading this one, The Double Bind, and it was really, really good. And then Wicked. I've never even seen the musical, so. Okay, and then Breaking Dawn, that goes over there with those other things. And then Michael Crichton with Richard Preston, Micro. Michael Crichton passed away. I loved all his books, but I'm not keeping them, you guys, because I'm not going to ever reread them. I mean, Michael Crichton's not the kind of guy you reread over and over and over again. Okay. Goddess of Vengeance by Jackie Collins. I told you guys, you don't believe me. Like, I mean, I love good literary fiction. I love good literary fiction. And a good Jackie Collins. All right, next, 50 Shades Freed. Can you believe I read all those? And then more paperbacks. I might keep that one by John Grisham. The Midnight Club by James Patterson. Heaven is for Real. The movie sucked, so I never read the book. The 4 Last Things. Don't know anything about it. The Help. View from the Cherry Tree. I mean, I just read it this summer. I don't need to keep it. I don't even know what this book is called. Andrew Hope's Boy. It's real depressing. I read the back of it. It's something about a boy's love for his mom, and she becomes institutionalized. No thanks. And then Soul Survivor. I actually listened to this audiobook on CD. Dandy in the Underworld. I don't even know what this is, so I'm going to keep this. And if somebody has read this memoir about, I don't know who it's about, Sebastian Horsley. I don't know anything about it, but I bought it. I think it looked really interesting. And then Murder in Vegas. I just, no, I don't need to keep that. And then Skinny Bastard I bought, and it's all about being a vegan. I think I just hit the camera, didn't I? But it's all about vegan eating. It's a good book. I probably should keep this for my office. And then Shadow Fires by Dean Cook. I'm going to keep that. These must have been books I was going to save, because then I also have The Diary of a Young Girl, Anne Frank. I cannot throw this out, so I don't know why I even have that in here. And look, I have a really nice Borders bookmark. So yeah, so that is my, can you guys believe I went through all those books in less than 15 minutes? I mean, mother of pearl. I mean, I am just working at it today, baby. Cleaning bookshelves, doing videos. I got another one uploaded while I'm doing this one. You know you can't get me on this. Come on now. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Follow me on all of my social media. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, although I never check it. What else is there? Tumblr, And of course, comment and like and subscribe because it's free. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.